Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the weekly update. Already, we have a fight going on in the chat, but that's okay. Welcome back. It is July the 26th, 2025, and it has been quite an interesting week, guys. Not just in the world, not just in our country, but also in the troll village. It's been a weird week, guys. I don't know. It's like it's hot. Is it just because it's the summer? I don't know, but good to see you, Shell. You are here. Thank you. Christina, I'm sorry you were not the first, but you know what? Second is okay. I still appreciate your support. Go ahead and share out the space or the live, whatever you want to call it, and let your friends and family know. I posted it in the village. I've posted it everywhere. Let's see what happens. Oh, good to see you as well, Karen. Yes, big week. All right, so let's get what the heck? I just have random stuff on my desk. My daughter was down here while I was doing show prep, watching an anime on the other screen. Or on Host High School Club, I think it's called. Anyways, so like I have extra headphones and other stuff laying around. So just bear with me a second. Get this pulled up. Yes. Okay. First thing we're going to do is watch a little video clip that Gunther here put out. But our military is dominating under Pete Hegseth's leadership. Guys, it's been 6 months with this administration. It's been great. Let's get this pulled up. Let's watch it real quick. Let's enjoy it. Kick it off right.
The duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
The duties of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help you God.
So help me God.
So help me
Congratulations,
God.
Mr. Secretary.
Mission is simple. Achieve peace through strength
Yes.
through an America First approach.
We're restoring the warrior ethos. We're also rebuilding our military. We're in the business of war fighting, accountabilities, warriors, and lethality.
Like guys, we're still in month 1, right? Like this video though makes me have like shivers. I remember some of the unhinged advertisements and some of just the images and articles you would see coming out of the military under the last president. This is night and day. Like this makes me almost want to join the military again. Not that I would. I've done it once. I did my time. But I almost want to join again watching stuff like this. Like their new promos are so good.
Border security is national security. 98% drop in crossings on the southern border.
As you know, last month, illegal aliens into the United States was 0.
The spirit inside our armed forces is incredible. And it's not just
So, and really that music is really good. But it's probably going to make me have to trim this segment out of the video for YouTube. So YouTube, suck it. Everyone else, you're doing great.
the Army. It's also the Air Force, the Navy, the Marine Corps, Coast Guard. So the question is, do we have enough slots in basic training?
It's our military.
Isn't that a crazy problem to have? Do we have enough slots in basic training? That is not a problem we had a year ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago. That it just isn't. That's crazy.
Certainly has the best recruiting numbers in 30 years.
By the way, to the Houthis, this isn't a one-night thing. This will continue. The minute the Houthis say, we'll stop shooting at your ships, we'll stop shooting at your drones, this campaign will end. But until then, it will be unrelenting.
Oh, that is not a good message for them, guys. The Houthis, you just pump the brakes, man. It's not worth it.
This is a plan that took months and weeks of positioning and preparation. Our B-2s went in and out of these nuclear sites without the world knowing. Every American involved in this operation performed flawlessly.
Hang on. I'm going to back that up. Look at how big this thing, like, guys, this is not a small plane at all. That bomb is enormous. And like you said, they snuck in, snuck out, did their business before the world ever knew what happened.
Flawlessly.
Running total, $800 million in wasteful spending canceled. Identified $5.1 billion in savings. Secured more than $10 billion in savings.
Number one, I have so
Dude, Gardner would be proud. DOGE, they're DOGE in the military a little bit there. I mean, they're still spending a lot. Don't get me wrong.
much confidence in him. They don't know how tough he is, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth.
Oh, and they're just getting started, guys. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's so good. It's so good. So that's a good intro, right? That's what we're starting with. Bombshell. Microsoft gave the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, access to U.S. military secrets. There was a whistleblower, Tom Schiller, came forward and dropped a national security nuke, claiming that Chinese engineers were granted access to classified U.S. military systems through Microsoft Azure for over a decade. They confronted Bill Gates on camera. Microsoft didn't deny it. They just quietly changed the policy. This isn't a leak. This is treason by tech infrastructure. What this means, the CCP had their hands in the heart of U.S. defense systems. Yeah, guys, this is not good. This is not good at all. This was posted on the 23rd. And what's the next thing we're going to cover? Look at this. Obviously, this was a late report, but here you got Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has ended the U.S. Pentagon's reliance on China for their competing cloud systems. Good. Good. Fantastic. Let's get caught up on the chat here real quick. It says it's amazing when you focus on the core mission. Karen, yes, 100%. Hegseth started focusing on that, and they are killing it. Christina loves Pete. Yes. Shell, Team Hegseth. Absolutely. Bullfish, go PD. Thank you, Bullfish. Also, love the redesign of Chat Band's profile or picture. Great work there, Bullfish. Yeah, for a decade, Karen. That's right. But Hegseth ended it. So great work there again. Oh, guys, we're getting into some of the corruption here now because this is our government section. Holy schlit from Libs of TikTok. Trump just called for Adam Schiff to be prosecuted for mortgage fraud. That's right. Very similar to Letitia. Was it Letitia James? The New York one? Or was she Georgia? I can't remember. But the AG from up there in New York that was doing mortgage fraud, just the same that they accused Trump of. It's weird, isn't it? And now we have Adam Schiff for mortgage fraud. Affidavit made pursuant. Yes, yes. That mortgage property is our principal residence. Oh, is it? Adam Schiff is a thief. He should be prosecuted just like they tried to prosecute me and everyone else. The only difference is we were totally innocent. It was all a giant hoax. Guys, the progressives are very good at projection. You can almost guarantee that if they are accusing a Republican, especially a MAGA person like Trump, of doing something, that they are probably doing it themselves in the background. So don't be surprised at all if it turns out that most of them are lying on their mortgage applications. Just saying. We also they started going after Jerome Powell. Here, Benny Johnson breaking. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell has been officially referred to the DOJ for criminal charges for lying twice under oath. Yeah, it's almost like there should be consequences for committing perjury. If you have committed perjury, you should be prosecuted and investigated. And if found guilty, you should be in prison. I think that's how that works. Because if you or me did this, we would be straight to jail. Straight to jail, guys. So, yeah. Down here in his comment, thank you to Rep. Anna Paulina Luna. So, yeah, referring Jerome Powell. J. Powell, you are not immune. Hopefully that goes somewhere. Guys, I have a feeling that all of this stuff isn't going to go anywhere. That's my personal opinion. I have no evidence or proof to support it. But other than like the history of every government official pretty much everywhere and anywhere that commits crimes of various sorts and just gets away with it. So that's the only supporting evidence I have. But it is my strong opinion that the Republicans are going to write a strongly worded letter, because they're very good at that. They will write a strongly worded letter and say, how dare you? Shame on you. They'll even attempt to censure them in the Congress, and they will fail again. And then they will, like a bunch of pussies, just turn around and run and do nothing about it. That's my prediction. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think anything's actually going to happen. But you have here a reporter actually asked a question. Crazy. So let's actually watch this one. It's not that long.
As a real estate developer, what would you do with a project manager who would be over budget?
Generally speaking, what would I do? I'd fire him.
Oh, yeah, you're fired. You know, the reporter asked, what would you do as a real estate developer if you had a project manager that was over budget? Yeah, you'd fire him. because they're not being responsible. They're not managing the project properly.
I think this issue, Mr. President, gives you cause to do that.
Well, I'm here just really with the chairman. He's showing us around, showing us the work. And so I don't want to get that. I don't want to be personal. I just would like to see it get finished. And in many ways, it's too bad it started. But it did start. And it's been under construction for a long time. It's going to be a real long time because it looks like it's got a long way to go.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah, he's not thrilled. You can hear it in his voice. Not thrilled at all. He shouldn't be either. They should never have started that project. Conservative alternative down there. Hey, one of our favorite. How do you even spend $2.7 billion on a building? To the layman, that seems physically impossible. It kind of does. They probably could have leveled the building, cleared the site, and built an entirely new building for far less. But yeah, how do you go? Oh, man. So far over budget, guys. The comment there, Hunter, or Sweet Mama, Powell looks like he wants his mommy. Yeah, he kind of does. He looks embarrassed, and he should be, because gross misuse of taxpayer funds. Even if it's not directly taxpayer, I don't know if it is or not, but if it's happening to the Fed, I guarantee you we are somehow paying for it. You got here, Benny Johnson, DOJ just confirmed that President Obama ordered the FBI to shut down the Clinton email scandal, and that James Comey followed the orders and buried it. Yeah, guys, nothing to see here, right? No corruption to worry about. No scandal. What was it we were always told under Obama? We were always told that, oh man, Obama, the presidency was zero scandals, even though we had Benghazi, even though we had the email scandal, even though we had all these other things, right? But we were always told by the mainstream media, who would never lie to us, right? The media would never lie to us. Or would they? Because there were numerous very large scandals, guys. Linda says, Patriot President Trump has a big balls. Love this man. He's correct. I would fire him. Yes, absolutely. That project manager and J-Pow fired. Just go back to doing what he used to do on The Apprentice and just be like, you're fired. Not directly funded, but it's money that should have gone to the U.S. Treasury. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Karen. That was kind of my suspicion. But in the end, it seems like even if it's not funded directly, isn't everything indirectly funded by us? Like whether it's through an NGO or a charity or a grant or just some other nonsense, it just really feels like as an American citizen, we are just getting the shaft every time. Like every time somehow we are paying for it, whether it's for our own destruction or the destruction of somebody's village overseas, somehow we're paying for it. Yeah. Declassified report exposed that the FBI got hacked U.S. data from a source, never fully reviewed key drives. Yep. They showed Obama's emails and State Department info were compromised. They used Loretta Lynch to pressure Comey and avoid a Clinton-related scandal. Obama approved using federal power to blunt the investigation. Comey decided to exonerate Clinton before key interviews were done. Evidence suggests Loretta Lynch tried to influence the probe and leaked info to the Clintons' team. And the FBI drafted a memo to assess the drives, but access was killed by the Obama DOJ. Facts are out. Accountability should be next. I feel like we're going to get a strongly worded letter, and that's going to be it. It's really, really, really upsetting. The media doesn't know the word lies. They call it lure into evidence. And it sucks. Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, I feel like the media hasn't been honest to us in so long that most of us have been alive the entire time. We've just been lied to. They've been controlling the narrative. It's been propaganda. Like, there might be one or two truthful things that are in the media every now and again, right? But like, I feel like most of the media is just propaganda, and I hate it. Getting an early start on my water.
The director says that she's referred these filings to the Justice Department for.
And I know that's not Scott Pressler, Shell. I just keep joking because they look so much alike. Let's listen to Scott Pressler on CNN.
Says that she's referred these filings to the
By the way, great work, Scott. I love you.
Justice Department for criminal investigation. Tonight, we're told they formed what is called a strike force. Do you have concerns that they will attempt to prosecute you?
Well, certainly I do. After 8.5 years of this, and I don't know of an intelligence product that was more scrutinized, more investigated than that product was by numerous people. It's.
So he's claiming that, it was the most analyzed intelligence product ever. Analyzed by whom, though? Analyzed by people that were on your side? Does it really count then? Like if I go, hey friends, I need 50 friends, or 51 in the intelligence community. I have 51 people that can support my position. Can I get 51 people in here to sign off on this memo? That'd be great. And then it's like, oh, no, we don't need you guys. Like anyone that doesn't agree with us, we don't need your opinion. We have all the support we need. Like, guys, that's just not a good argument. Karen, Scott has prettier hair, or better hair, tight shell, way better hair and prettier. Sorry, Caitlin Collins. You did not make the cut. Yeah, guys, James Clapper is afraid he could be prosecuted. He should be afraid, and he probably should be investigated and found guilty. He needs to be thrown in prison. It's just how it is. But Michael Flynn, who himself knows all about being prosecuted for things that are complete BS, says that it's so dangerous to our national security. Barack Obama, Susan Rice committed an egregious level of national security crimes against the American people. Think about it for a minute, guys. Obama was so set on taking down the presidency of Donald Trump and the United States of America that he went to extraordinary levels to hide it. The problem is then that there are too many intelligence patriots inside feeding the right cleared patriots with intel. DNI Gabbard, well done. It took longer than anyone wanted, but we got what we needed for now. Next step, Pam Bondi. Again, I don't feel like we're going to get, we should absolutely get something out of this, but I don't think we're going to. Please prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, AG Bondi. Prove me wrong, Department of Justice. Prove us all wrong and start prosecuting some of these people that are committing crimes against our country. Please prove me wrong. I implore you. Linda says, this is awful for them to continue the lies being told and having it at the expense of President Trump. They all needed to be held accountable for what is happening now in our country. I agree. Karen says, slow down. What? Do you disagree? You don't think that Scott Pressler is better looking? I don't know. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Karen. Yeah, it's insane. Like, the director Comey affirmed that he is proceeding by the book as it relates to law enforcement. From a national security perspective, Comey said that he does have some concerns that incoming NSA Flynn is speaking frequently with Russian Ambassador Kislyak. Is that who? Nope, Svetlana, somebody else. Comey said there could be an issue as it relates to sharing sensitive information. President Obama asked if Comey was saying that the NSC should not pass sensitive information related to Russia to Flynn. Comey replied, potentially. He added that he has no indication thus far that Flynn has passed classified information, but he noted that the level of communication is unusual. The president asked Comey to inform him if anything changes over the next few weeks that should affect how we share classified information with the incoming team, and Comey said he would. Yeah, guys, that level of interconnection and collaboration doesn't look good. So we'll see if anything comes out about it. But you see here, Gabbard just called out the collusion between the CIA and the mainstream media. Project Mockingbird now has officially entered the national conversation. What? Oh, I guess that's not a video. She also said that she believes Obama indeed is guilty of treason. As Conservative Alternative says, it is wild to hear those words actually uttered aloud. Guys, if there's treason, if there's seditious conspiracy, if there's sedition, if there's anything, insurrection even, the J6ers out there know what that one is, even though that was complete bullshit. But guys, If these things actually happened, they should be thoroughly investigated. These people should be tried, prosecuted, and if convicted, thrown straight into prison. That's it. I still don't think we're going to get it. Prove me wrong, please. Conservative Alternative CA, if we're not going to prosecute Obama, we need to at least pursue charges against Comey, Brennan, Clapper, and Schiff. Otherwise, the whole thing was just a major distraction. Yes, a distraction from what? Maybe the Epstein list. Maybe the many other things going on in our crazy government. But as Thomas Massey here points out, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. We are at the third stage, and they are the global elite who control the uniparty with impunity. Yeah. Top comment on this. Very important point is that this person, KDP, went to their parents' house and all they wanted to do was talk about this chicken coop. It is a pretty impressive chicken coop. His off-grid documentary that he did is actually pretty good. If you haven't watched it, you should totally go check it out. It's worth watching. I actually did a reaction to it on my YouTube channel, so if you want, go over there and check out that reaction and then watch the original. It's well worth watching. But guys, this was terrifying. This came out today. Dan Bongino, during my tenure here as the Deputy Director of the FBI, I have repeatedly relayed to you the things that are happening that might not be immediately visible, but I relayed to you that things are happening. Yeah, whatever. I don't know why I can't read tonight. That things are happening that might not be immediately visible, but they are happening. The director and I are committed to stamping out public corruption and the political weaponization of both law enforcement and intelligence operations. It is a priority for us. But this is the crazy part, guys. But what I have learned in the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into the aforementioned matters has shocked me down to my core. We cannot run a republic like this. I'll never be the same after learning what I have learned. We're going to conduct these righteous and proper investigations by the book and in accordance with the law. We are going to get the answers that we all deserve. And as with any investigation, I cannot predict where it will land, but I can promise you an honest and dignified effort at truth, not my truth, not your truth, but the truth. God bless America and those who defend her. Respectfully, Dan. Guys, Bongino, there's been a lot of people upset with him right now. When they came out and said nothing with Epstein, the hostage video that they put out, which was insane to watch. You might want to think about why he looked like he was a hostage. Look at the way this is worded. Shocked me to my core. We cannot run a republic like this. Guys, if this doesn't send shivers down your spine, I don't know what will. But we have a lot of work ahead of us. And I really, really hope that our trust that we've placed in Kash Patel and Dan Bongino pays off. Because like he pointed out, we cannot run a republic like this. Let's see what we got. Karen, Dan and Kash are the hope we see results. Yes, that is the only hope I have right now is that these two are in these positions. That's the only hope. Michelle says, I hope so too. It's unsettling. Yes, very unsettling indeed. You have Global Government Affairs comes out and says, we are deeply concerned by the findings in the House Judiciary Committee's interim report led by Jim Jordan exposing the EU's misuse of the Digital Services Act as a tool for censorship. The report reveals how the DSA pressures tech companies to alter their global content moderation policies, effectively exporting EU standards to the US and beyond, threatening free speech worldwide. The classification of relatively benign political statements, such as we need to take back our country, as illegal hate speech. Yeah, guys, the fact that the EU and other countries are exporting their standards onto American companies that are operating in their country and then making them put those policies global, it needs to stop, guys. These countries are not in charge of what happens to our companies and what happens inside of our borders. We have a First Amendment. We have a Second Amendment. They do not. We cannot let the EU and we cannot let these idiots dictate how our companies operate on U.S. soil. then we start to wonder, hey, why is it that these things are happening this way? Well, here is a really good reason. The Democrats have dispatched Beto O'Rourke, yes, that same Beto, the skateboarder from Texas that wanted to take everybody's AR-15s away not that long ago, that the Dems have been more concerned with being right than being in power, and that needs to change. Guys, that statement is mind-blowing. They've been too focused on being correct and not focused on taking power. That's not good. So Beto O'Rourke says Democrats aren't ruthless enough in their quest for power, and yet they created the Russian hoax, they framed our president, they engaged in COVID totalitarianism, they've terrorized the country in the name of Black Lives Matter, and then during the Biden years, they weaponized the government against the Republicans. Guys, if they say that they are not being ruthless enough, and they want to say we're the fascists, they want to say we're the authoritarians, again, the iron rule of projection. They are projecting. If they are trying to accuse you and they're accusing me of doing something, you can bet your bottom dollar that they are already doing it. And look at what they are. Yet the fact that they care more about being in power than being right is crazy. Crazy. Yes, and as Karen points out, please share the live, repost the space, save the village. Post it again in the village. I don't care. Just post it to wherever you want to. Send it to your little auntie that isn't actually related to you, because I think we've all had one of those. Send it to your first grade teacher. Send it to everybody you know. Make sure that they are better informed than the mainstream media. Why? Because we get our news from X, and X is the #1 news site pretty much around the world, and for a reason, because we can at least talk and have ideas shared freely. At least more freely than in most places. So share it out. Appreciate the support, Kevin. Sorry, Karen. Yes, and Michelle points out, thank you. The House Oversight Committee has officially voted to approve a subpoena, and this happened the other day, for just Ghislaine, I don't know, Maxwell, a longtime associate of Epstein. Yeah, guys, remember, there's nothing to see here, right? So why do they want to talk to her? Well, turns out today, I guess, or yesterday, they said that she snitched out on like 100 people and she's trying to get partial immunity. Yeah, there's nothing to see here. Also, as Gardner points out, Polymarket posted that Epstein's attorney, Roy Black, died. I'm sure there's absolutely nothing to see there, and that's totally a coincidence. People die every day. I don't know why you would be concerned. So then Congress was like, hey, let's vote on the Epstein hearings. And Gardner here posts to let us know with a nice little calendar. So great touch there, Gardner. Appreciate all the work. Congress's next call to order was a vote on the Epstein hearings. And rather than proceeding, they gave themselves a 41-day weekend. I don't know if I'd want a 41-day weekend. I would need to do something like that's, although let's be honest. Okay, it's a 41-day weekend from being in the legislature. They're going to go home to their district. They're going to make plenty of phone calls to raise money from a bunch of corrupt organizations and companies that are probably going to get grants from the government. They're going to be very busy dialing phone numbers and calling people. And I know I'm doing this like I'm old because, you know, you're pushing the buttons on the phone instead of just telling, hey, Siri, call this person. I'm old. Sorry. I'm 41. Get over it. And when they come back, they work for 3 days and take another 3-day weekend. So good job, guys. You're just a bunch of fundraisers. You're not actually doing anything for the American people. So as far as I'm concerned, you can just go fly a kite. Karen says, we are the news. That is correct. Christina, I reposted from your page, PD. It's not letting me post the live feed. My X is whack. Yeah, X is kind of always broken in its own unique way. We just work around it. Not sus at all. That's right, Shell. There is no... Don't worry about that attorney. He died of natural causes, I'm sure. He was probably just real sad. Friend of the Clintons, you know. Karen, it's outrageous. Speaker Johnson. Yeah, dude, the speaker and the head of the Senate, like both, they're just dirtbags. Like, there's nothing to it. They're uniparty dirtbags. We would all be out of a job if we took 41 days off. If we took 41 days off, I don't think you even have a job anymore. Like, you just don't work. You better be doing something else. Hey, Epic, how's it going? Blessed Saturday to you all. Blessed Saturday to you as well. Appreciate it. Holy smokes, Libba TikTok. French authorities have classified X as an organized crime group. So congratulations, guys. We did it. We did it, folks. We are now a troll kingdom crime family. We have done it. It is a blatant attempt to suppress and censor voices they disagree with and shut down free speech. So good job, guys. We are the Troll Village criminal organization. Fear us. And last, government. Guys, Trump sued the Wall Street Journal for $20 billion for just making shit up. Yeah. Yeah, totally fake news about the birthday letter. Yeah, it didn't exist. Nice try, guys. You're getting sued for a lot of money. So we'll see how that works out. So that wraps up government. We're going to roll right into our section on DOGE. First post in the section here, conservative alternative. DOGE Alert AI tool has been designed by the DOGE team to identify redundancies in federal regulatory state and cut it in half. This would unleash a building and innovation boom unlike the U.S. has ever seen. Yeah, guys, can you imagine if 50% of the content in the Federal Register just vanished? Half of government regulations. Half. Guys, half. That would be so good. I really hope this pans out, guys. This would be so good. There are so many things that DOGE could be doing. And this, if they accomplished this, half of regulations, guys, this would be a success for any presidency. Like the entire term, if this is all they did, it'd be a win. It'd be a huge W for business, a huge W for you and me. So let's hope that pans out. This was the early in the week on the 19th. We had DOGE post that over the last 3 days, they terminated 80 wasteful contracts, ceiling value $831 million with a savings of $436 million. Yeah, guys, just savings. I love it. I'm telling you, we only need one rule and one law. Yeah. What is it? The golden rule by any chance, Epic? Treat others as you would like to be treated. That's a pretty good one if you're going to pick one. Also, this was more recent. This was posted yesterday that there were 141 wasteful contracts, ceiling value of $5.1 billion, saving $498 million, including 526,000 USAID professional services contract for a global health security advisor in Senegal. Guys, do you think anyone needs a $500,000 salary in Senegal? And a $1.4 million HHS contract for professional services in Rwanda. So between Rwanda and Senegal, we are at almost $2 million. Do you really think that positions in Africa need that much money? That would be a good paying position for like the city in New York. Like, what are we doing? But, thank you to CA. Thank you to the DOGE community here on X, the moderators that are in it. That includes our very own Gardner, conservative alternative. You have James and the others. Data Republican and her contribution through tools. It's just so good, guys. Speaking of, we have now just summoned Data Republican for an article here. Got to remember, in response to Tom Cotton is serving as the director of the International Republican Institute, or the IRI, one of 8 core NGOs aligned with the political establishment. Yeah, guys, Tom Cotton is trying to silence Tulsi Gabbard. I wonder why. Why would Tom Cotton be trying to silence Tulsi? Oh, wait, because he's a board member of the IRI. That's the Republican wing of the CIA. I had hoped that he'd be more of a on the NatSec side, but seemingly he is globalist through and through. Oh, the IRI also received $1.7 million in Soros funds in 2023. Like, what is happening? The Open Society Foundation's work to build vibrant and inclusive democracies whose governments are accountable to their citizens. The vast majority of grants made by Open Society are organizations, but we also award a limited number of grants to individuals through fellowships offered across a number of different programs. And you can see here, let me pull this up. Look at that, the International Republican Institute in 2023. Imagine that. $1.67 million from George Soros's Open Society Foundation going to the Republican wing of the CIA. Nothing to see here, folks. These are not the droids you're looking for. Tom Cotton, guys, bought and paid for. Really sad to see. Questionable Gardner following up on an expanded search using Twin Forces tools. Yeah, guys, if you're not following Twin Forces, Grumpy Tech Bro, you need to be. Do it. Do it now. If you're not following Gardner, you definitely should be. Do it now. And subscribe to him if you can afford to support him. His work is stellar. You can see here, this was one of his first posts before he was monetized early on. Save the Children was his pet project that he dug into. And look, Twin Forces found that Save the Children may also possibly have a political action committee. So he did some more looking. Not only was it true, but they ranked in the top 15% of NGO donors in 2024 and top 15% for lobbying. As you can see, figure 4 of their 7 lobbyists previously held government. 4 of their 7 lobbyists previously held government jobs. The primary campaign contribution, Kamala Harris, and top lobbying effort, the border. Guys, incestuous relationships between the government and non-government organizations that are almost fully funded by the government is crazy. It's crazy. As Linda says, I want my money back. This is awful how Americans work to give throughout the world. Are we this foolish? Yes. Yes, we are. But thank you to Data Republican and Twin Forces and all the folks that are working with the tooling that they've created. You have California DOGE, the tooling he created. Guys, AI, they thought it was going to be a great tool for oppression, and it can be, but it is also a great tool for research. And that research has started to really peel back the layers and expose that man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. So AI can be scary, but AI is also a tool. It could be used for good. It could be used for evil. And this is definitely a use for good. Gardner says, I want the people who approve this to be fired. Absolutely. I agree with Gardner. Fire them. You know what? Fire them all. Gardner, comb the desert. Comb the desert. Do you think we're taking him too literally? Nah, he said comb the desert. Oh, man, this is, yeah, like Shell says, this makes me so angry. MK, down with the NGOs. Yeah, and it's a thread. Uh-oh, it's a thread. Oh, this is what happens when I do this shit live, Gardner. I did not even know this. Yes, they created wonderful tooling. Seems to be designed to allow them to sidestep the law. Yeah, that's exactly what these NGOs are doing, except it's legal because they state clearly in their applications what they plan on doing with the money. So when it gets approved, it's entirely legal. That entire structure needs to change. Need my money back. I agree, MK. No want about it. I could really use my tax dollars right now. Yeah, can't we all? So let's see. This is a thread. The organization was claimed to be bipartisan, and their 2024 IRS filing switched its political backing in 2000 or 200. You let me know what that date's supposed to be. $0 donated to Republican House candidates since 2010. Oh, I'll just say 2010. And 0 to conservative Senate candidates since 2010. Yeah, that doesn't sound so neutral, does it? Unbiased. That actually seems quite biased. Yeah. So you can see here in this picture. Yep, pretty much giving to the blue line there. So not very biased. Quick peek at former government workers currently or formerly working at the STC. So we have a couple of folks there. Find government employees working for the scan. So you have some more folks there. Where else did PAC donations go? Well, let's see. Save the Children. To Joe Kennedy III, Democrat. Chris Murphy, Democrat. Save the Children to Tim Ryan, Democrat. Richard Blumenthal, Democrat. Oh, Christopher Shays, Republican in 2002. So you have to go back quite a ways. Other Save the Children affiliates. Oh, what do we got here? Saving the Children Federation Incorporated. Save the Children something, Head Start programs, Save the Children Action Network, i.e. committee, Save the Children Action Network Victory Fund, more political committee, a preschool and childhood development. Okay. Ooh, circular money flow. Okay. Path of reflow. Save the children is far worse than my original post. Turns out $9 billion was spread over 259 grants, including a PAC. Original research only included $999 million. Is now 10 times that amount. Each pink line is money given out and then given back to the NGO. Huge thank you to Twin Forces. Yes, again, follow him if you're not. For Team DOGE and to Data Republican for the tool that helped me find this org back in February. Let's look at this crazy, crazy drawing. So each one of those pink lines is money that the thing gave and then got back. Guys, like Dan said, the Republic cannot operate this way. It just can't. We're $37 trillion in debt and drowning. Our people are hurting. The Fed has caused the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar to go down by over 98% since 1913. So in just over 110 years, we have 1/50th the purchasing power that we used to. Why? Because they're printing money to do stuff like this. It definitely needs to change. And I threw a little meme in the middle because it was very related. But from now on, money laundering will now be called foreign aid. Yes, guys, that's correct. So that will wrap up our section on DOGE. Let's go with some comments real quick. Childhood development in the government sounds pretty scary to me. Yeah, that sounds like indoctrination is what that sounds like to me, MK. I don't know. Yeah. So we're going to wrap up here with DOGE, and we're going to get started on our immigration section. This is always a fun one. Starting with Data Republican, she started tracing the ideological roots of mass migration by running thousands of articles through LLMs. Our current migration and policy evolved over decades, so there is lots of material, and I'll present my findings. Migration is one way. You got enablement of migration. Yep, lowering the cost of remittances. Yes, so they purposely made it cheaper for people to come here, earn money, and then send it out of the country. We need to tax remittances. We need to make it more expensive, not less. And now now we know why Senate Republicans fought so hard tooth and nail on remittances. You should show them this thread on how remittances create dependency. So Honduras is a case for mass migration. Poked around into Honduran's story a little bit, and thanks to prodding from a subscriber, the subscriber insisted that there had to be beneficiaries or a closed loop where destabilization, displacement, and resettlement would not have gone on for so long unnoticed. And yes, the history of Honduras is very much interesting and educational. And I'm going to try my best to share what I've collected. So you can see here, U.S. taxpayer money is used to destabilize a country. And then they need more U.S. taxpayer money, which allows for resettlement, which then takes more U.S. taxpayer money, which allows for displacement of those people, and takes more to they just keep going around and around and around. Guys, like, follow any of these threads that Data Republican puts together. They are so good, and it explains so much. But you can see here, as of 2017, approximately 603,000 individuals born in Honduras resided in the United States, and an estimated 425,000 of them are in the country without authorization. That doesn't happen on accident, guys. So you see here, since this post was written, found a source that says that remittances reached a peak of 27% of GDP for Honduras. 27%, over a quarter of the GDP for Honduras, is money that is being stolen and extracted from the United States and sent to Honduras. That is 27% of their GDP, and that is on top of the fact that they also receive foreign aid from the U.S. government. So, guys, taxpayer money is being used at all levels of this, and it should infuriate you. You should absolutely be calling your legislators. You should absolutely be calling your congresspersons, and you should absolutely be posting about it on all social media that you can find, that this stuff needs to stop. It just does. This cannot continue. Questionable Garter says, I identify as a third world country. I need foreign aid. Yep. Let me know if that works, buddy. I think we all could use some. At least it would be a U.S. citizen getting it. I don't know. Is that better? I feel like that's a little better. Ever wonder why European cities accepted so many refugees? Oh, so not only did we do it to ourselves, we did it to Europe. Today I'm going over my jet lag and processing documents scanned, and it's pretty shocking. The refugee influx in Europe began as U.S. taxpayer subsidy. The U.S. government literally paid European cities to take them, using Soros-backed operations like American Refugee Committee, ARC, as the middlemen. Yes, ARC was co-founded with money from the Soros Humanitarian Fund and running programs directly for the U.S. government. It goes even deeper and darker than that. Stay tuned. And again, guys, Global Cities Fund for migrants and refugees. Like, I just don't like this section between immigration and DOGE this week is so infuriating. And we're not even to the culture section yet, guys. The culture section this week is awful. I didn't even include the kiss cam. Like, I didn't even include that. I think that was last week anyway. But like I'm furious reading the articles for this week. Like, I can definitely see why Gardner is like both happy and angry when he digs into this stuff. It makes complete sense. Gardner is identifying as I'm Brokistan. That works. I like it. From the other thread, the International Organization for Migration, the more she digs into it, the more it disturbs her. Yeah, guys, this is not a good thing. This is not. Karen is now I'm pay me a stan. Okay. But yeah, guys, definitely support Jenica. Like, if you're not supporting Data Republican and subscribing to her, you are screwing up real bad. As you can see there, I do. Follow the example. Subscribe to Data Republican. Subscribe to Questionable Gardner. Support these people, guys. Support the work that they're doing, because the exposing of this information is going to be critical for the future of our republic if we can save it. The only way we're going to save it is to expose this stuff, guys, because if it continues in the way that it is, it's all going to go away. So we are in the immigration section, believe it or not, even though it seems a lot like DOGE and government, but this is the immigration section, guys. And remember the guy who threw the rocks? Remember that guy? Remember that? Well, guess what, guys? They found him, and they arrested him. So F around and find out. Yep. Wearing a mask didn't help, guys. Sorry. Hopefully he gets a lot of charges, because they were doing a lot of destruction of government property. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's not here legally. What do you guys think? Or he's a progressive communist, because the communists seem to love to use immigration to destabilize a country, and then destabilize a country to allow the overthrow of the existing system, but then they don't know what to do with it because they don't know how to build anything. They only know how to destroy things. I hate communists so much. So much. Oh, Guardian Jenica Rock. I agree. Gardner, $1 because we're all broke. Hey, man, I appreciate it. You have earned my dollar, sir. Like, oh, so upsetting. And then we get things like this. So we have a couple of people from the Dominican Republic that were re-entering and released by the Biden administration because of their terrible immigration policies. And I'm not going to play the video, that part, but they literally shot an ICE officer, or sorry, CBP, Customs and Border Patrol, in New York City. In New York City, guys, we have illegal immigrants shooting CBP officers like an animal. Yep. He did survive, so that's good. But these two people should have never been here. They were captured, and then Biden's government released them back into the population. Does that sound like a government that actually cared about the well-being of its citizens? No, it doesn't. The Biden administration didn't care about you at all. And it's being proven out. And you got to remember, this week has been hilarious to watch all of the hand-wringing and sobbing and crying. But people are now calling in and going to CNN and just bitching and moaning, saying, oh, they're being so mean. The conditions inside of, Alligator Alcatraz are just so awful. It's like, well, as Charlie Kirk here points out, guys, the sob stories don't work anymore. None of us care. Self-deport. They had an option, right? Self-deport, we give you $1,000 and a free flight home. Or you suffer the consequences. This is the consequence. You have to round, you're finding out. Hang out in Alligator Alcatraz for a little bit, and then we'll put you on ice air, and we'll fly you home. And then you never get to come back until the Democrats back in office and they change all the policies again, because we know that's coming. But at least for now, you won't be allowed back. And then the ones that went to El Salvador, oh, look, illegal immigrants are going to El Salvador, and now they're saying they're being beaten and they had to drink their own bathwater. The funny thing is, look at them. Like, you tell me, does this guy look like he's been beaten? Does he look like he's been sick from drinking bathwater? I don't know why the masks. They're probably a bunch of progressives if they're wearing masks. Oh, look at, I was beaten. I don't see it. Does anyone see it? It's like, oh, look, they hit me. Like, do you see it? Like right here? Do you see it? It's like, no, I don't see anything. If you were beaten, you weren't beaten enough. Yeah, just a whole bunch of people on a plane complaining about the consequences of their decisions. Boo-hoo-hoo. Hey, Dr. Gold, good to see you around, buddy. Good to see you around. Thank you for showing up early. Oh, let's catch up on some chats. Christina, definitely illegal activities. Karen, it's the American way since 1945. MK, it's all super sad. It looks like a cyst. Maybe. But again, if you're illegal and you get deported and you get put in CCOT, what happens, happens. Doesn't really bother me. You had your chance, like we had on the last post. Like we had, Charlie Kirk said, you had your opportunity. You could have gotten $1,000 and a free flight home, and you chose not to. So this is what you get. I don't feel bad about you at all. This part's insane, guys. Talk about the lost children from the Biden administration, right? The Biden administration set up a hotline so that unaccompanied minors could call if they had trouble with the strangers that they were being placed with, because we all know that the unaccompanied minors that had numbers on them, that had phone numbers to call, that were being trafficked into the U.S., we all know what was happening. Anybody with half a brain and some critical thinking skills knows what was happening. So 65,000 calls to this hotline went unanswered. 65,000 times an unaccompanied minor called the hotline that the Biden administration set up, and they were not answered. And their call, not answered. So you're telling this, oh, you know what? That's the quote. We'll just watch the video real quick.
So you're telling this committee that the Biden administration, while they were letting all of these unaccompanied minors into the country, and as we've talked about today, they weren't keeping track of them, they issued these kids a hotline that they could call if they had trouble with the sponsor family that they were put with. And you're saying that 65,000 calls to this hotline designated to protect these kids went unanswered? Is that what you're telling this committee?
Yes, sir.
You just don't hate these evil people enough. Like, that kind of callous treatment of minor children is evil, guys. That is the face of evil. That is it. This is also the face of evil. A rapist deported. ICE New Orleans deported Roberto Lainez, a citizen of El Salvador. His criminal history includes conviction for statutory rape. Thought he could hide out like he was at a Coldplay concert, but we found him. Jesus. This is ICE. Like, they're even making Coldplay jokes, guys. Found, arrested, and deported. Shell says this is such BS. Yeah, guys, it's answering a phone. That's right. But government employees were probably too busy surfing TikTok on their government phones that shouldn't have been there. Probably posting little stupid dancing videos like they were during COVID instead of answering the frickin' phone. Like Kara says, they set them up and encourage them to call versus calling 911. That's right. And then they didn't answer. Dr. Gold says this is demonic. Yes. Yes, it is. These people are evil, guys. This is what evil looks like. Also, 2 medical workers in California have been charged for interfering with immigration enforcement after they are reportedly attempted to block federal agents from taking an illegal alien into custody. Yeah, so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna stop." Like right there, she fucked up, guys. They're like, "I'm gonna get in the way of this ICE agent from arresting somebody," and it's like, no, that's not how this works. I wondered when I saw this video. I think it was 2 weeks ago, that their faces are clearly visible. I was like, they're probably going to get charged. Well, there you go. F around, find out. This is a funny video, guys. I want to play this one just because it's hilarious. But these are officers getting tough with anti-ICE agitators on a bridge between Ohio and Kentucky. Let's turn it down a little bit, though. That's a little loud. Also, notice how ineffective the female cops are in this video. Like, it's just... Okay, that might be a little much. I don't know. But they're being dumb, so maybe I'll... Yeah, a guy over here shooting pepper balls at people. Comply. Yeah, this girl with the shotgun, I'm assuming less than lethal. I hope. But, like, she's not doing anything. Yeah, it's got an orange furniture on it. That's less than lethal. Record. Yeah, please. Record. This white girl getting in here being like, I'm going to wrestle with the cops. Why? Like, don't do that, guys. Oh, yeah, that Karen's... Sorry, Karen. But that Karen, under arrest. Karen says, I always take a horse carriage from Covington to Cincinnati when I stay there. Oh, there you go. Is that a shoe? That girl is trying to kick a female officer who's about to tase her. Not smart, guys. She's like a ninja. Oh, drive stunning. Ooh, right in the butt cheek, it looks like. That is probably unpleasant. That is not the shocker that she was looking for. Oh, we have another Karen. Ooh, that road surface does not look comfortable. Another female cop not doing a whole lot. Guys, like, what is happening? It's a beautiful bridge. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Right in the cheek, yeah. That drive stun right to the butt cheek. That's just gotta suck. You have Gardner here. As we're facing a time of declining population, yeah, guys, we are literally under replacement. And the government is handing out grants about the detrimental effects of overpopulation. This seems like a good use of taxpayer money, doesn't it? We are needing to have more children, and the government is paying for Negative Population Growth Incorporated to educate the American public and political leaders about the detrimental effects of overpopulation on our environment, resources, and quality of life. And then we're also funding the importation of migrants illegally from other countries to be here so that they can strip resources from the U.S. and through remittances send it elsewhere to the world. And then we're providing foreign aid to launder more money to the rest of the world. Guys, are you seeing a problem here? Like, this is not good. NGOs. Easy on the name shaming. I know, Karen, but you're a good one. My grandmother's name, like I have a good friend named Karen. Like it's not your fault. Okay, it's not your fault. This all happened long before the term Karen became a negative thing. Okay, Karen, we still love you. You're the good Karen. You're the good Karen that's left. Trump to Europe. Yeah, guys. The windmills, guys. I could have included this in energy. I don't know. But let's it's only 34 seconds long. Let's do it. This was Trump landing in Europe.
Well, I say two things to Europe. Stop the windmills. You're ruining your countries. I really mean it. It's so sad. You fly over and you see these windmills all over the place, ruining your beautiful fields and valleys and killing your birds. And if they're stuck in the ocean, ruining your oceans. Stop the windmills. And there's a couple of things I could say, but on immigration, you better get your act together. Or you're not going to have Europe anymore. You got to get your act together.
You're not going to have Europe anymore. And he's right. Guys, the UK, France, like so much of the Europe, except for, what is it, Poland and like one other country, most of Europe is completely cooked, guys. The U.S. taxpayer and Soros-funded migration into Europe has completely destroyed it. Completely cooked. So I don't know what you guys think about the whole migration into Europe from Africa, the Middle East, and everywhere else, but it's not good. Canada even has problems now. It's not good, guys. India is just taking over Canada. Customs and Border Patrol literally posting memes, but a CBP agriculture specialist in Detroit found fresh cherries infested with a European cherry fruit fly maggots and larvae. The traveler who had the infested cherries was headed to Door County, Wisconsin, a major cherry growing area. If CBP hadn't caught them, the fruit flies could have devastated orchards, hurt families, driven up prices, and required serious mitigation efforts. Yeah, guys, we saw the fungus. Now we're seeing cherry fruit flies. What is happening, guys? What is happening? MAGA is now mega. Make Earth great again. Yes, Karen, that is true. Christine, bleach. I don't know what you're trying to put bleach on, but it is a good solution for many problems. France is already gone. It's not really that surprising. Yeah, Dr. Gold, there are whole sections of that country now and of Europe that are no-go zones. The police can't go there. Citizens can't go there. Like, the migrants are just everything. Just everything. But yeah, guys, This is part of what those ag checkpoints are for. But we've caught the fungus, the Chinese fungus. We saw, 2 or 3 of those if you go a couple of weeks back. Now we have these cherry fruit flies. This is like bioterrorism. So it doesn't say anything. Oh, it says read more. Let's see if it says anything. And I can't go to the link. It doesn't say anything about who. It doesn't say their nationality. It doesn't say their names. But I'd be curious. Maybe someone can find out. If you can give me a name or a picture to go with the person that was trying to get infested cherries into Wisconsin, you let me know. So we're wrapping up immigration, going over to our quick MAHA section. We haven't had one of these in a couple of weeks because there really hasn't been a lot of MAHA news. MK says that we have these Asian beetles that have been destroying all the trees. Yeah, we have the weird lantern bug looking things. They have a bright pinkish red butt, and they're like this big. They're flying and fluttering all over the damn place here in Virginia. 2 years ago, it was invasive plant seeds. That's right. That's right. Down here too. Yep. Yeah, guys, these invasive bugs are because we are not self-dependent. We are interdependent on the rest of the world. And so many of these imported agriculture products come with these problems. We have the silver carp that are destroying the Missouri River and the Mississippi River. We've got all these bugs that are destroying trees. We have bugs that are destroying crops. It's so bad. MK says it's sad last year was worse. Yeah, it did really seem like it was worse last year, but we'll see how next year goes. President Trump is expected to sign an executive order that will urge cities and states to remove homeless individuals from public streets and relocate them to designated treatment and rehabilitation centers. Yes, it's almost like homelessness is mostly a mental issue. It is not a we don't have enough homes problem. It is a mental health problem. So it's good to see that we are starting to talk about it as a mental health problem, because it is. You have Secretary Kennedy is posting that MAHA is winning because Steak and Shake said starting August 1st, Steak and Shake will offer Coca-Cola made with real cane sugar in glass bottles. This is an improvement. I would rather people not drink any soda, but the closer you can get it to nature, cane sugar is better than corn syrup. So I'll take it. Let's see. MK almost killed my friend's apple trees. Oh, no. Question regarding Romanian brought the fruit flies. Oh, okay. A Romanian. But was it actually a Romanian or was it a migrant from Romania? MK, there are hormone traps for them that work well. Okay. Well, hey, good little tip. If you're trying to get a hold of those invasive bugs, apparently there's a decent hormone trap. And in our MAHA section, Gardner, how about a glass of Roundup? Don't use, oh God, does this mean you're using this for your Gator wine? Please tell me not. Shocking, not new, results from Roundup testing. While Bayer continues to push the pesticide immunity in multiple states and Congress, yes, these companies are trying to get legislative immunity from being prosecuted for damage caused by their products. We need to fight that, by the way. Sean Hendricks is doing a lot of work pushing that on X, so go follow his account as well. But yeah, 100%, 100%. If you look here, Rob Schneider, that's right, says that every California wine tested positive for this cancer-causing pesticide. Every single one of them. Gardner says European cherry fruit fly has been discovered in several countries in New York, which are now under quarantine to prevent further spread. Oh, yikes. Yeah, guys, Roundup. I'm sure glyphosate's fine in your wine, right? Yep. Not so much. But here's a win, guys. Raw milk is law. North Dakota just legalized raw milk and raw milk products. That means raw cream, raw butter, raw kefir, all these things raw, straight from the farm. No pasteurization, no middleman, no grocery gatekeepers. The raw milk rebellion has leveled up, guys. North Dakota, pretty based. I love to see this. Hopefully we can get more of this because raw milk is so good. If you've never had raw milk on cereal, guys, I know cereal is not the best thing for you. Go find a more healthy cereal, but have raw milk on your cereal. It will change your life. So that ends MAHA, and we go into a quick energy segment. So you see here, unleashing American nuclear energy, which is one of my favorite topics, in 3, 2, 1, and having a resilient and secure grid matters. Yes, it does. Also, this font I just realized is Guardians of the Galaxy font. You should be ashamed of yourselves. But that's why we need more power systems like small modular reactors. I talk about those all the time, guys. If you've ever been in a space where I talk about nuclear stuff, I love SMRs. I love lifters. I love just all kinds of advanced reactor technology. They're good. They withstand and recover from extreme weather events in addition to cyber and physical attacks. Yeah, guys, we need to have more energy. We do. This is one of the best ways to do it. Small modular reactors are going to be a huge win. We need to get more of them. Let's push it. And why do we need more of them? Because of things like this. So Adrian Dittman's comment, God tier levels of cable management. Yeah, guys, this cable porn is off the chain. But Elon posts cable porn of XAI's GB200 servers at Colossus 2. Guys, this picture is just amazing and disgusting, considering that half of these ports aren't even populated yet. Like, if you look at it, all of these ports on those switches are empty. So this is not complete. At least it doesn't look like it's complete. But gross. But that's why we need more power, guys. We need more power because these XAI clusters, these Copilot, the Google Gemini, all of these huge AIs take a lot of power. Elon just this last week said that they want to make their Colossus supercluster the first gigawatt class AI cluster on Earth. A gigawatt, 1,000 megawatts of power. That is a lot. We're going to need a lot of power for that, guys, and it's got to come from nuclear. There's really no other answer. This was a follow-up not that long ago. I did my 69-minute interview earlier in the week, right? So if you look here, I had my 69-minute interview with Chatban. That was a lot of fun. And in it, an extension of what I said, Gardner's post here, alpha particles being the least damaging, barely able to penetrate. So this breakthrough could allow cancer treatments without the horrible side effects. That's right. And as it is posted here, in a monumental breakthrough at a former Manhattan Project site, scientists have discovered a way to extract a cancer-fighting isotope, thorium-229, from nuclear material, enabling alpha therapy that destroys tumors while sparing healthy cells. So it didn't take that long, Gardner, but we already see the applications that are coming out of nuclear power. And all that spent fuel that's just sitting around. The use of thorium reactors, guys, the use of all of this stuff. There could be so many new uses for these materials, but we'll never see it if we don't do it. So that ends our energy section, and we get into culture. I saw this one. Shell pointed it out to me, but Gardner posted it, so he'll get the credit. Sasquatch, rip to Hulk Hogan, guys. We lost Terry Hulk Hogan this week. We also lost a couple of people this week, guys. But the one that hurt me the most as a kid from the 80s and 90s was definitely Hulk Hogan. But let's play this one real quick.
The force is real quiet today, brother. We lost a legend, and that hits deep. Hulk taught me to believe in myself, brother, even when the world couldn't see me. What you gonna do when the memories run wild on you, brother?
Oh, that one hits.
To Hulk's family, and to all the Hulkamaniacs out there, we're with you forever, brother.
Oof, yeah, that one hits. That was a good little clip. Thank you, guys. And in a crazy, still hurt over Atlanta bro, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah, that was Family Matters, right? Gardner said, I met and interviewed the guy who wrote Sasquatch Code earlier this week. Oh, no way, dude. That's awesome. Dude, those videos are so good. Time Magazine this week, guys. This is culture again. Remember that. Time Magazine released a top 100 greatest podcasts of all time. And they just... Oh, Cosby Show? I thought he was also on Family Matters. Maybe not. But yeah, so many of those, man. So many of those good shows. Yeah. They didn't include Joe Rogan on a top 100 list. It was Cosby. Okay. Hey, I'll stand corrected. Yeah, guys, how do you not include Joe Rogan on a top 100 podcast list? That is freaking wild. It also shows that Time Magazine and all the other mainstream media is just complete lies and bullshit. They're ignoring the best people in the space. Nice white parents made it. No Joe Rogan. That's crazy. Timeless Martian posts this. Frank Herbert getting rejected by every credible publisher. A company that specializes in car repair manuals thinking that his story about giant worms and space drugs is kind of neat. Yep. That's culture, folks. Sometimes you just have to keep getting no's, and then eventually you'll get a yes. And the one yes is the only thing that matters, guys. So keep pushing. If you have an idea and you're passionate about it, and you think it will make a difference, keep pushing. And you can be like Frank Herbert. You guys here, you can see here in culture also, Christian musician Sean, I'm not going to pronounce that. This guy, Sean, is on tour in Canada, has now had 6 venues cancel for his religious and political views, while the government officials are publicly supporting the cancellations. Canada has made it clear that Christians are not welcome. Canada has fallen. Yes. They are very pro-India, very pro-Muslim now. Christians, not welcome. Canada, our northern brother, you might need to be invaded. That's all I'm going to say about that. George Alexopoulos is G Prime 85. He is the artist that makes a lot of the 4-cell comics that just hit so good or bad, depending, I guess. But Europe is like the sad alcoholic relative whose life keeps falling apart and you keep having to bail him out. It hurts to watch, but sometimes the best thing you can do is let a loved one hit rock bottom before they can change. Yep. Yep. And in this comic, you can see every household in the UK this morning now that the Online Safety Act has come into effect. Bunch of jackbooted thugs at the door said, honey, did you post something negative about the regime? It's really starting to feel more like a V for Vendetta, isn't it? It really is. So not only has France fallen, the UK has fallen, all of Europe has fallen, Canada has fallen. It's not looking good, guys. Gardner cannot post that interview, apparently. 100% doxing issues fair. Canada is anti-Christian. That's unfortunate, Karen. Canadian friend is marrying a Texan and evacuating. Good choice of words, Christina. She's cool like us. Hey, welcome then, Christina's friend from Canada. If you're cool, welcome. Just please do it legally. MK, very true. Rock bottom kind of sucks. Yeah, it does. But you know what? Sometimes people just will not accept the help. Candace Owens, guys, pouring gasoline onto the Macron lawsuit, straight up telling Brigitte, you were born a man, you'll die a man, see you in court. I just want to play this because this whole unhinged Brigitte Macron as a dude thing is just hilarious to me, and watching Candace just cling to it. Let's just watch it.
You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. For whatever reason, to phone, by the way, like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it, right? That is what Discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away, and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to Discovery.
Yikes, guys. Like, she's holding the L on this one, I think. But you know what? Credit to her for sticking to her guns. If she's going to go through Discovery, it'll be interesting. Yeah, Karen, she will not back down. That is 100% true. She will not. Quartering, Jeremy posts that someone sent me all the private DM chats with Hillary Crowder and just about every single female conservative YouTuber personality that you might know. It's mind-blowing how these women and some men all groveling to fight for her money. It's nuts. Sending them to my lawyer to clear everything for release because this is going to bring down massive creators. Think 6- and 7-figure subscriber conservative females and a few males all being exposed at once. Their careers will be over. You're telling me that trad wives I took for my political opinions are grifters? And some of the men. So what was my response? Do it. Do it. Expose them. Shell says she's such a sassy woman. She loves it. Yeah. Candace Owens is definitely interesting. This week, guys, apparently there was an app for women to spread information about other dudes that they've been dating to, gossip on them and give them the tea, I think is what kids nowadays call details, deets, tea, I don't know, details, something, I don't know, stupid kid stuff. But there was an app, and there was a lot of women signed up, and apparently there was a data breach, and all of their driver's licenses and a bunch of other things just got released. Location data, verified user selfies, verification photos, yeah, all of the information from T, and you can see here the map, guys, the map. All of the location data was spit into a map that is searchable. And the women calling insult. Yeah, this, guys, is not a good look. When your advertisements are supposed to be a bunch of hot girls sitting talking about the people that they've dated, and this is your user base. Okay, Gardner said, spill the tea, Southern term for gossip. Okay, well, these women are gossiping about dudes. They should probably be worrying about themselves. But just when you think an app is safe, all your data leaks, and it's not. So, yay. I say it publicly in spaces for this reason. Yeah. Katarina, LinkedIn header does not align. So it says, do something today that you can be proud of tomorrow. That's off her LinkedIn. Then there's a Daily Mail article. Mother throws newborn daughter out a window to her death because she thought the child would ruin her career as an executive at Porsche, whatever. This lady said to do something today that you can be proud of tomorrow, and then threw her newborn daughter out of a window to her death so that she could keep her job as an executive at Porsche. I hope she got fired. But apparently she was proud of that decision today because it helped her out tomorrow. It's absolutely disgusting and evil. Speaking of disgusting and evil, this rapist was released on $1 bail. $1. And of course, in New York, an alleged rapist, first-degree rape, aggravated sexual abuse, and endangering the welfare of a child, released for $1. Good job, New York. You have failed. New York has also fallen. Oh, guys, some of this culture stuff is so awful. But right now we have Ryan Ruth's son, Orrin Ruth, has now been sentenced to 7 years in prison for possession of child pornography. You might recognize Ryan Ruth because he was one of the would-be assassins. This was the guy that was hiding out in the trees at the golf course with a gun and was going to try and shoot President Trump. Is anyone surprised by this? Like father or like son? No, not at all, sir. Not at all. More evil, guys. This is the face of evil. And even worse, it just keeps getting worse. This week was so bad. Police busted an underground sex ring in Alabama where children as young as 3 were drugged, tied up while adults abused them. There's got to be a wood chipper big enough. There's got to be. Okay, I think that's the darkest of it. I think we're coming out of it. We're going to transition. The culture is just a little bit just screwed up this week. But WNBA players also came out and said that they wanted to demand to get paid what they think they should get paid. Yeah. The funny thing is the B always has a joke about this, but they now owe the NBA $400 million because they've been getting subsidized the whole time because it loses $50 million a year. So if there's 144 players and $50 million, yeah, you owe a lot of money if you want to get paid what you deserve. But as I commented there, always be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. This shit again. That's right, Dr. Gold. A Florida man was arrested driving his lawnmower drunk down a busy highway. Now, guys, he was probably driving his lawnmower because his license was probably suspended for DUI of a car. But the trooper attempted to administer a field sobriety test several times, but the individual became uncooperative after the third attempt. He was subsequently arrested and charged with driving under the influence. He was booked in county jail and later released on a $500 bond. It isn't his first rodeo with DUI lawnmower arrests. 2 others pulled the same stunt in 2020 and 2017. I actually knew when I lived in Nebraska, there was a pair of brothers that would drive a riding lawnmower with a trailer behind it to go to the grocery store because they also had their driver's licenses suspended. So good job, Florida man, keeping it up. It's actually a pretty nice lawnmower, though. You have In-N-Out president Lizzie Snyder leaving California to go to Tennessee, along with most of the corporate executives and corporate employees. Why? Well, because raising a family is not easy and doing business is not easy here either. Yeah, California used to be America's greatest state. Now, people can't leave fast enough. Yeah, guys, it's not a good sign. Companies are fleeing. SpaceX mostly left. They went to Texas. Plenty of people are moving to Texas. Plenty of people are moving to Tennessee. Plenty of people are moving out of California. Just please don't take your stupid policies with you. Leave those in California and everything will be okay. If you start bringing that shit to the other states, it's going to get messy. Please stop. You already fucked up one state. Please don't do another. MK says they use golf carts in your hometown. Okay, instead of using, it's still a vehicle though. You're still not supposed to drive them when drinking, but I get it. Yeah, the Free Firearms Policy Coalition. This is a big culture win, guys. Ninth Circuit ruled, which is crazy, guys. The Ninth Circuit ruled that California's ammo background check violates the Second Amendment. That's what I'm talking about. Palmetto State Armory, PSA. Let's go. Yeah, guys, this is a great win. Dr. Gold, I'm staying in Indiana. It's probably not a bad choice. Accurate. You have evil capitalism, although a lot of that food is trash, but lots of choice. And then fair socialism. Yeah, which do you want, guys? Fascism alert. Oh no, show that wasn't making money got canceled. Yeah, Stephen Colbert, guys, his late show, they announced it is going to be canceled. This is why socialists, yep, CA's top comment. Wonderful. This is why socialists hate capitalism, because in a free marketplace of ideas, their ideas lose. And Gain of Fauci, Nazi canceled by fascists. You love to hate to see it. So good. And the last thing in culture, this is borderline also a meme, but this is going to lead us into our meme section. But more Europeans die of heat death from lack of air conditioning than Americans die from gunshot wounds every year. That's right, guys. When they try and tell you that the gun epidemic is so bad, just remember this. So that is the end of culture, because America is a superior culture. Europe is stupid. We fought a war to just get rid of that stupidity. Please stop bailing it out. End of culture, leading into our memes. Chat ban with the top one. Gooning. Chasing that gooning, guys. And the British government with that nope. They say nope. No free speech, guys. Get back over here. You can't see that. You're not allowed to talk about that. British government just interfering and gooning. How dare they? You got Just posting L's. Mothers love dressing their kids like, the kids, like the men who left them. Whoo, that hurts. Also, why would you spend the money to dress a kid like this? Like, kids' clothes are expensive. Like, that's a bad use of money. They're going to grow out of that shit in like 3 weeks. They're probably spending child support money on it, though, so I guess they think it's okay. You have the war on drugs, and then just a little punctuation change. A real small one, guys. And then you have war on drugs. Nice throwback to Frank Herbert that we talked about earlier. Would you guys rather have the war on drugs that's unsuccessful or the war on drugs that's very successful? I think the second option is better. I think Muad'Dib would also agree. Oh, guys, this one is awful. This one, somebody earlier posted a vomiting symbol. There's one up here, but Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, Donald, you ain't seen nasty yet. To which Trump is saying, oh, God, oh, please, Jesus, no nudes. Yeah, 100%, guys. No nudes from Pocahontas, please. That is very disgusting. I did really enjoy this one earlier in the week. This one was posted by Elon himself. You have Door, you have Mordor, and you have Gondor. Oh, what's this one? This one's going to get me in trouble. When you're trans and the club says $6 for men, $6 for women, and $8 for men, and you have to pay $14 because you're both. Oh. Shell. You just had a mass stabbing. 11 people. Yeah, see, guys, guns don't even matter. They're going to find a way to hurt each other. Hodor. That's right. Good point, Karen. They missed an opportunity for Hodor. Ted Nugent. This is a real based one, guys. Over 5,000 years of eating bread, and in less than a decade, everyone's allergic to gluten? Is it the gluten, guys? I mean, I'm sure it's not helping, but like, or is it the glyphosate that's on all of it? Like, I love this meme template, though, by the way. Like, just, what do you think, guys? 5,000 years eating bread, and now everyone's allergic to gluten. Do you think it's the gluten? I don't think it's the bread at all. Just my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Oh, the White House, guys. The White House even posted a meme this week that I had to include. This one was so good. Congratulations, you've unlocked the deep state Russia starter pack. You have Obama, the deep state. It's the NBC headline, U.S. officials, Putin personally involved in U.S. election hack. You have some handcuffs, the Obama campaign logo, a fake report, the Steele dossier or one of those. You know, fake report. You have a Hillary Clinton in there. You have I don't know where that location is. Let's see if we can make it bigger. Oh, it just says crimes. You have a Biden, you have a 2016 election, and you have some email. Perfect. Let's get that one closed out, and I'll bring up, this is the last one we got before we go into the user submissions, but I agree, Obamagate is going to be way bigger than Watergate, guys. Give me just a second. My daughter is standing right here and needs to ask me something real quick, and then I'm also going to be bringing up the user submitted ones, so just bear with me just a second. I will be right back. All right, let's get the chats pulled up, messages. Hold on. That was really close. My little boy almost just ran right on camera. Anyways, you can't post. Why can't you post? Let's see if I can make it bigger. Phrasing. That's right. Let me get the first one pulled up. How many did you send me? All right, let's see. Starting here. Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw this story. This isn't really much of a meme, but this is experts outline grim reality of MRI's dangers after man with a 20-pound chain around his neck dies in an MRI machine mishap this week. I don't know how this happens, guys, but the clinicians allowed this person into the room with a 20-pound chain around an MRI machine. It's a giant magnet, guys. Like, that's dumb. You also have the, for some reason, Cat Turd this week decided to let everyone know that he fought 40 people in bar fights. Don't really know, but this is a really good King of the Hill reference. I fought 40, man. Yeah, no one cares, Cat Turd. I don't know why you needed to tell everyone that. You also have that Tom Cruise is a vampire because they're the same people in those two pictures, guys. Woo. Classic. Yeah, I think Tom Cruise might actually be a vampire. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think he's a vampire? Mr. T wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, not with all that gold. Although, would gold get pulled into that? Is gold? I guess it is not 24 karat gold. So yeah, it probably would, wouldn't it? Yep, Tom Cruise is a vampire, guys. This is just sad. I don't even know if this counts as a meme, Karen, but I'll still show it. Many of America's black youth cannot read or do math, and it imperils us all. I mean, that's true. You're not set up for success, and people that are not set up for success tend to commit more crime, and they're not helping themselves at all. And then this last one's good. Fact checkers didn't exist until the truth started to get out. I like it. It's a good template, but like that is not good. Not good. All right, what do we got from Ronald? Got a 3-minute video. I will have to watch that video later, and if I can, I will try and play it next week. Gardner looks like he has submitted quite a few. Okay, 11 new messages. Click for the meme. Okay. Oh, yes, this meme I saw posted today. This one's good, guys. This one's really good. President Trump just posted this photo of he and J.D. Vance chasing down Obama in police cars. If you look closer at JD's face, can we get it? No, it's not going to zoom in right. But it's the overweight, like Jerry curl JD Vance. It's so good. It's so good, guys. Love that one. That was really good. Let me get the next one pulled up. Natural water, ugh. But natural water that's vegan, no sugar, 0 calories. Now that might not be so bad. That is kind of how modern branding and marketing works. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how dumb people are. White people sports before hockey. Yeah, guys, this was absolutely a duel. Like, 100%. This was big spectator sport back in the day. Where have we gone wrong? Saw Pigeon having a job interview earlier. I hope he got it. That actually really does look like the job interview template. If you've ever been sitting in a fast food restaurant and they're interviewing somebody for a position, that is absolutely what it looks like. The sermon's so boring, the entire congregation goes to sleep. Whoo. JD reposted that meme. That's hilarious, dude. Our president, vice president have such a good sense of humor. Oh, guys, this one is definitely true. DOJ, FBI, and Congress all just pinning that Epstein list. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. These are good. Oh, ooh, 21-year-old Latina and a 41-year-old Latina. What do you guys think? Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm 41 now, so I guess that may not be worth it anymore for me. Yeah, no, that is pretty dark. I love dark humor, though, Karen. Oh, no. Oh, this is good. Comply, breathe better, obey easier. Oh, wow, Carter. I love these. These are some fire memes. Oh, no. First Aussie, now the Hulk. Is George Soros even in this damn thing? Guys, I've been wondering that myself. Why is it all the good people from my childhood are dying? Like, why is it that we're losing all of them? Oh, yep. Yeah, this one, for sure. For sure. Yep, just free kids, guys. Come on in, free kids. Just keep going. Oh, let's see if we have any other good user-submitted ones. And Renault, like I said, I will get to that one, and we will see if I can put it up next week. I just like to, some of those longer ones, I'm also running out of time. I got to get my kids put down. Your video explains it all. Okay. All right. We'll pull it. We'll play this. We got 3 minutes. This will be the last thing, and then we will be closing it out. So let's get it big. Let's get it big.
If I were the devil, I mean, if I were the Prince of Darkness, I would, of course, want to engulf the whole Earth in darkness. I would have 1/3 of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I would not be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I should set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I would begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you, as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. Do as you please. To the young, I would whisper, the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what is bad is good and what is good is square.
Yeah, 1965.
In the ears of young marrieds, I would whisper that work is debasing, that cocktail parties are good for you. I would caution them not to be extreme in religion, in patriotism, in moral conduct. And the old, I would teach to pray. I would teach them to say after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. If I were the devil, I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. And then, if I were the devil, I'd get organized. I'd infiltrate unions and urge more loafing and less work because idle hands usually work for me.
Ooh, because idle hands usually work for me.
I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. And I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Let those run wild. I would designate an atheist to front for me before the highest courts in the land, and I would get preachers to say she's right. With flattery and promises of power, I could get the courts to rule what I construe as against God and in favor of pornography. And thus, I would evict God from the courthouse, and then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress, and then, in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion. And I would deify science, because that way men would become smart enough to create superweapons, but not wise enough to control them. If I were Satan, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg, and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I would take from those who have, and I would give to those who wanted, until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And then, my police state would force everybody back to work.
Oh, that last part was so dark. Hold on. We got to watch that again.
If I were the
Listen to this part again.
devil, I would take from those who have, and I would give to those who wanted, until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And then, my police state would force everybody back to work.
Oh, God, that is so dark. So dark. Kill people's ambitious nature and then force them back to work. Oh, Linda says this is happening now and it's happening throughout the world. Stop and really think what this person is saying. It's heavy. Yeah, guys, 1965. This is from 60 years ago.
Then I could separate families, putting children in uniform, women in coal mines, and objectors in slave camps.
Women in coal mines. What does that sound like?
In other words, if I were Satan, I'd just keep doing what he's doing.
Oof. Yep, that's not the way to end that. For sure. That was a good video. Appreciate it, Renald. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, guys, you know what? This week has just been not pleasant, right? When you look at the culture section, the government section, the immigration section, like it's all been just evil. So you may not like it. Some of you may not like it, but I think most of you will. But I will take us out. As Shell says, prayer. Yes, Josie said, lead us out into prayer after this. Just something simple. Say, dear Lord, just be with us in this nation. Be with us in this world that is currently controlled by the devil. Just let your light shine through the darkness, protect the innocent, and just empower the bold to protect the rest of us. Just be with us and help guide us and just help us come out of this darkness. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Guys, we need help. We need a lot of help. So, I appreciate all of you guys. I do. I appreciate you all who showed up. It is 8:45. We are heading into the conversation at 9 with Adrian Dittman. So make sure you show up to that. Show up here every Saturday at 7 p.m. where we do the weekly update. This coming week, I'm going to attempt to start doing some midweek, shorter, more nightly news style shows. But I'm also moving next weekend. So my studio is going to be torn down. So bear with me over the next week or two. Things may be hit or miss, but I will attempt to get back to you as soon as I can. Definitely show up Tuesday nights at 8:30, I believe, going forward. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gardner, for the topic exchange. We are going to be doing those now at 8:30 on Tuesday. We also have Sunday. Shell has her Bible space at, I believe, 5 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. But everyone, I appreciate you all for showing up. Thank you very much for your support. Go check out, I now have in my profile a brand new Linktree replacement that Siraj created for me. I got through a Time Chain consulting call. So sign up and do a consult with Time Chain if you're looking to get any of that stuff done. Their work is impeccable. That is now live, so you can check it out. It is in my profile. And that has links to my YouTube channel, my Rumble channel, my X account, my merch store. It has my Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. It also has a link to the Men's Empowerment Network. So if you are a man and you're going through a divorce or custody battle, come to that website, check it out, reach out, get a consult call. Let's see if we can get you some help, learn from the experience that I had to going through 2 years of divorce and custody fights. Appreciate all of you. Great job, my friend. Excellent. Waiting for the next one. Gardner, Shell, heck yeah. Yep. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Shell, Karen, and all of you folks. Gardner, you all are amazing. Renald, thank you for that video. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will be back next week. God bless, and have a great week.